under the weather, we got maybe 2 hours before full blizzard, so we got to move fast.
It looks like it's trying to fly through a force field.
It's a huge magnetic disturbance. That's typically going to be indicative of a void.
There might be a UFO buried somewhere on the mountain and underground.
There's something under there, and it's trying its damnedest not to be found.
Oh my gosh! Hopefully this is enough to breach the tunnel.
So we're not just kicking the hornet's nest, we're just blowing the shit out of it.
Fire in the hole!
This is like an entrance to an underground vault or a tunnel or cave system.
What makes you say that? What do you see here that
It's
leads
too
you?
big. It's just way too big. This is big enough to put a vehicle in.
The lower meadow is a marshy area located next to a creek. And when Bigelow's team tried to dig there with a bulldozer, it sank all the way up to the driver's seat. Later, he brought the same bulldozer to Skinwalker Ranch.
This is intentional infrastructure built by human beings.
And the fastest way to get underground in the lower meadow would be through a tunnel that starts in the collapsed area.
That might be what Bigelow's team was following and what made them ultimately leave and give up too.
Last time they ran the magnetometer in the lower meadow, the team picked up a mysterious interference signal that obscured the data.
So it's like, it's an even pulse. I mean, look how evenly apart they are. There's something that's just stopping it. Like the mag is turning on and off.
When Travis reviewed the results, he theorized it could be some kind of advanced technology that's sending signals from beneath the Earth into space.
If Bigelow would have found that, he would have stayed.
Now, they will try again with a new drone, with hopes of identifying what could be buried here.
You ready?
Do it.
All right.
Let's launch.
Whoa! Oh no!
Check this Just saw something that it shouldn't see.
Right? Here's Andy. What's that behind him? It's in the corner.
There's someone standing
Look at
in
that.
the corner of the
There's
room.
someone exactly. There's someone standing in the corner. And
There's
I'm like,
a person
and I'm like,
standing-
huh? Wait, watch.
Keep watching, guys.
Watch.
Your hands are in the way.
Watch.
Oh my
But
gosh.
watch. Move your hand.
He's saying move your
I heard gone.
What?
All right, I'm gonna go grab those other cables.
After covering the meadow and detecting normal readings at 50 feet below the surface, the team will now move on to test at 100 feet.
And then at 100 feet, you see high conductivity that lasts all the way to 200 feet.
And so it's hitting something very conductive. But there was one, this line right here, it didn't peg. So it's like we hit an air pocket at 200 feet. And then he had a theory that it's a metallic object that's shaped like this. And the word,
The manta ray.
Whoa. Wow.
he said.
Are you kidding me?
There is a connection between the paranormal, UFOs, and the myths of ancient history. The clues are scattered across the landscape from a forbidden past, maybe even in your own backyard. There is a connection between the true nature of our reality, consciousness, and the unexplained. I'm Carl the Crusher. Let's explore the unknown. We have decided that we are going to leave the pit open. Jerry is still convinced that although something here is killing the equipment, there is still a tunnel entrance down here that the Beyond Skinwalker Ranch team failed to get. So we're going to leave this open and continue to dig down in this spot. We're also going to survey all the mineral layers and lines for gold. And right now what Jerry's doing is basically filling in the trench over there so nobody falls in. So we did that test trench. We don't want Odie to fall in. We don't want anybody riding by, walking by to accidentally fall in the big hole over there. I'll go show you. Jack the bomber, sir. You left your drill bit. Oh, whoops. Okay, we'll put it in the back of the truck here. But yeah, we gotta come back here. We're gonna put all this dirt into 5-gallon buckets. We're gonna check it for samples for gold and ore and all that business. We're gonna continue to investigate all this debris because the truth is, you know what you don't see in the hole? You don't see any household garbage and trash. It's all just like industrial machinery, tractors, V8 engines and transmissions, and interesting stuff like that. We've got this trailer over here, military painted. Looks like it belongs on train tracks, but it has like a weird hitch on the front. And there you have it, our big 15-foot trench is now filling back in. So Jerry's basically going to consolidate all these artifacts that came out of the hole, and then we're going to take a bunch of more scoops down on the bottom here this morning, because as far as filming goes, it's everybody's day off. So we are up here on our day off, behind the scenes working with Jerry, getting the trench filled in and doing a little bit more digging down at the bottom. We'll see if it kills this tractor too, hopefully not. One other thing that I forgot to mention when I was down in the meadow and when we were there last night, the signal that we got, this ultra low frequency, had like a ticking or chirping, like a almost like a typewriter or Morse code going on in the background. And I noticed it and pointed it out. And so I don't know if it's going to make it in the whole show, but maybe when they get it back to Eric Bard and Travis Taylor, the Skinwalker Ranch team, or if I can get a copy of the episode, we can pull that audio out and see if there's some kind of communication inside that ultra low frequency signal that we got coming out of whatever's buried 200 feet below the lower meadow. So if there is some kind of ticking or chirping or communication going on, it could be a game changer. We're not even waiting for the History Channel to leave. We are gonna find out if there's a tunnel right over here, at least to depth of Jerry's bucket at this point. And if we don't hit bottom, we're still not done, because something killed the drill. And right next to the tractor over there in the sidewall, we pulled out caution tape sticking out of the sidewall, which means somebody at some point had an entryway in here. And we are just chasing down a pre-existing tunnel or dig. Jerry's pretty convinced that there is a tunnel wall or a void still deeper down under here. We just have to get to it, but I don't know. We have been wrong a lot. Still soft. Still no bottom. We still haven't hit a bottom, but Jerry's tractor and backhoe is surviving. So far, it has not got EMP'd like Jack the Bomber's big drill. How awesome would it be if it just fell down into a void? A remote control? I don't even know what's coming out of the hole here. Still soft. It's still soft, Jeff. Holy shit, it's still soft. Still soft, Jeff! We get excited sometimes around here and it's fun. We're like big kids in a big treasure hunt right now. Oh man, I hope he opens up an entrance right down under that wall. Any one of these scoops could be the one. Still topsoil, Jeff. He has not hit bottom. How ironic if on our day off, just following a hunch right now as I'm talking. It's still soft. Here's my thumbnail shot. That sounded hard. That was either metal or rock down there. He might have found the bottom. I kind of like Jack's idea that this was blasted out with dynamite. They may have drilled holes, put explosives down and blasted this out instead of tried to dig, which is why it's so difficult for us to dig, but they may have got right in to make this pit. So if they used dynamite, that might be what happened. But so far, Jerry has still not found the bottom. Still soft. That was a 2x4. A wood beam came out, a wooden beam. Jerry just said there absolutely could still be a tunnel there. There's still debris coming out of the bottom. He just hopped out to tell us that he still wants to, he's still even more interested.
Maybe that's just naturally occurring topsoil, Jerry.
I just...
No garbage in it? There was a piece.
There's something.
Look at that. This is an undercut. This is fill.
Under the hard pan.
Yeah.
Like this is filled in like like it was a room or tunnel?
I'm not sure, but there's... See, there's... I want to bring the mini in here and just start, you know, clawing away at this, but...
Yeah.
Without burying your ass?
Well, I should pull that back on top.
Yeah, be careful. Jerry's right, bye-bye.
Hey, just pedal it like a regular bike if you want.
Yes. Yeah.
Super trace, but trace.
We're testing if there's gold in the hole. See some?
Yeah, like here and here.
There it is.
Here.
Sure enough, Jeff, there's gold. That's quite a bit actually for not really panning it.
Well, that's
serious.
5 gallon. That's 5-gallon bucket. Right out of that exact seam.
That's right where
That's a 5-gallon bucket
drill
full
was
of
killed.
stuff
Yeah.
stowed down.
Wow.
How do you crush it like that?
With the rock crusher. And then we have a crusher and a mill.
And you're not even set up to do it right now.
No.
This isn't even trying hard.
No, this was just a quickie, just to at least get an idea. Jerry's going to take it back and really do processing on. He took about 10 5-gallon buckets.
There's quite a bit in there, dude. That's pretty good, man.
People think that like people are gonna call bullshit on us.
I hear you.
If you say at the very end, like, oh yeah, I remember I had this thing. It said 62.
Want to know how weird that is? So I was sitting up there setting up for what he was doing with me, right?
Yeah.
And I was just burning time, and I was reading an email that basically, Carl had instigated, and then it came through with the underground people and that whole thing. And then you saw that email too, right?
I sent you that TikTok about the Peruvian
I got
people.
an email form from the informant.
The informant took my TikTok video and put it into an email.
Right. So then
about how the aliens are not from space; they're from underground.
And then his email that was
You're taking new salt up there? You're taking new salt? All right, I'm gonna jump in with somebody. I don't know who it is.
Anyhow, the email then
We just want to be able to see Mount Wilson. That's the main thing. Like wherever you are, we want to see Mount Wilson. There we go.
The email that he instigated last night that I got had that picture in it.
Yeah.
So then I looked further into that picture and I went, oh my God. And the email is, you guys are finally looking underground. That was what the email header was.
Yeah.
And then that was one of the degree headings.
I don't know what to make of it. I don't think it means anything, Jeff. I don't know.
I know,
but we got to challenge each other sometimes. But see now,
pattern with it?
Yeah.
So that pattern
Not how it
reminds me
goes.
of the noise.
But we can't all get Skinwalker fever though, so it's good.
We're gonna stick it in the two scenes that it belongs in, which is the map scene and the result scene.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll keep it.
Yep.
Don't trip and fall. Don't be a klutz and ruin it all. Don't drop the gold. Don't let it blow away in the wind. Take it in the minor diner. And let's win. I don't know how to rhyme this song. We're taking this to Jerry. We're gonna make him pan it down so we can show Dave that we got gold in our heels.
I mean, do you want me to clean it right up to nothing but gold in the pan, or just?
Can you do it that way? I mean, I would love to see if we can get predominantly.
Yeah, get it pretty close. Yeah.
Predominantly gold,
I
it's
can.
gonna look awesome.
We'll take a peek right now. Well, there's a lot of iron left in there.
How can you tell the iron from the gold?
I just can feel it.
Oh, there is a lot in there. You've already got a lot coming up.
The yellow's not the gold, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All
that's all
that's
gold.
all
right
gold.
there.
All that yellow is the gold.
Oh, it's jumping out of there?
That's all gold right out of
That's out
the
of a 5-gallon bucket.
out of the hole that killed our drill.
No, that's $20 worth of gold right there.
And that was just one 5-gallon, not even trying.
So
Didn't even
5-gallon
run it through the
5-gallon
sluice.
bucket, $20 for a 5-gallon bucket. That's
Doing it.
pretty good. That's a pretty good sample right there.
Just doing it dirty
now,
by
if I
hand,
have
right?
This has got so much iron in it, it's going to be hard to clean.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it on TV.
Yeah. So.
Look at that.
That's gold.
That's gold. That's gold.
It's really gold.
Exactly. Look at that.
That's
yeah.
gold out of
Just
the
in a
ground.
pan. Yeah.
Out of the ground.
That we cut into.
That's incredible.
That is a significant amount.
I mean, however much it is kind of irrelevant to me because it's
actual gold
from the ground. That's not sitting on a ring.
You're
That's
looking
not...
back to the beginning of planet Earth.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And what you,
Not just as we know it, but as it's always been. Sorry.
oh no, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. Tell us. So how does this happen, Jerry? Like, what is when you're digging through those layers of seabed, lava flow, mud flows, obviously all the volcanic and tectonic activity here. Like,
Right.
why is there a layer of gold in that little layer of dust?
Exactly. So the hard rock was formed.
The bedrock.
The bedrock was formed. The gold was injected into the rock. Thermal hydrodynamic pressure. Then the rock.
Orogenesis.
Yeah. Then the rock was forced to the surface. It might have been thousands of feet underground, but the tectonic pressure, like you talked about, the collision of the plates, had these massive chunks of rock
So is it mineralized magma,
Yeah,
essentially?
mineralized magma gets forced to the surface, and now it's exposed to the elements, freezing and thawing, which is very susceptible to temperature. The rock is, and then over millions of years, that rock disseminates and breaks up and crumbles, and the light stuff washes away, leaving the heavy stuff there. And
But that's sorry. Go ahead.
well, and so the heavy stuff forms and concentrates in the bottom of the creeks, so the miners would go and pan in the creeks and find gold. But see, we have a different scenario here. We have a total different dynamic, and that's why there's so much gold left out here, because it's not your typical deposit in the creek. In fact, we look extensively in that creek.
Not only is this BTS that has to be held until after the season, it's after we
all get our claims, right? Exactly.
We're gonna name our mine the BSW.
But here's the thing. I mean, we live in a modern day world.
Yes.
That's like concrete jungle and constant air travel and like everything's rush, go, and we're so distant from the planet.
Right.
Whereas what you guys are doing here, like what you
Well,
guys
we
are
think
doing,
we are, right? We think we are. When of course there's the planet's coming for us, whether you think you're attached to it or not.
It's true.
But this is a different kind of like this. This really roots you into like the rock, the ground beneath our feet. This is how it was made, and this is what's in it. This is where it comes from.
And in my life, in your life, we put layers of man-made stuff
Material
between us and the soil.
Right.
There's
And
roads, there's foundations, there's. I mean, think about how many layers are in the flooring of your home.
Stand up here right now, but this is
But you know what I'm saying? Here, like we get a chance to dig. Like we're taking layers away to get closer to it. And this was a real treat for me.
That's so cool
to see that with my own 2 eyes.
Well, let me go get some tools, and I'll clean it up a little better.
Nice.
I'm curious. We could talk about this in our next episode of behind the scenes on Skinwalker mining episode.
Right.
Well, if you
The difference between this kind of precipitate gold and like a vein of gold or a vein of a precious metal, which is different than this, right? Like, is this this is washing out of crushed rock? It's not a deposit of gold.
It was.
It was.
All
To be
placer.
continued. We got to walk a little bit.
Right. We are getting a sample out of the wall of the pit. There he is. We're going to check it for gold. First, Jeff and I got to go up.
Jerry.
Move a generator.
I finally found it.
Operation reposition the generator. Story of tonight is giant laser beams projected into the mountain from here, so it's going to be pretty gnarly. Giant space cannon, laser cannon pointed at Mount Wilson right now.
Look at the green eyes.
Look in the mirror right there too. Out the circle.
Look,
Up there?
it goes up.
No, this is
UAV!